So after flying 12ish hours and watching the summer blockbusters courtesy of the incredibly comfortable Singapore Airlines flight, me and Stacey's journey to Australia would see us stop off halfway in Singapore. An impressive, if bloody warm metropolis, Singapore is a visually stunning place to visit, and it is highly recommended you stop over for a few days if you're planning on coming to Melbourne. Sadly, with only 3 days and 2 nights, it was important we squeeze the most out of our time here. So what's the first thing you do when you're landing in an exotic country like Singapore? Well, if you're weird like me and Stacey, you'll visit Singapore's India district to check out their Diwali celebrations. Diwali, the celebration of life, is also a big deal in Leicester, England, where we're from, and sadly we missed it due to coming to Melbourne, so we thought we'd soak up the impressive displays of Little India during our stopover in Singapore. In addition, it also gave us a chance to try out the excellent Indian cuisine Singapore had to offer, even if we did manage to pick the tackiest Indian restaurant this side of the equator. To wrap up evening one of our stopover in Singapore, we decided to visit the most expensive and exclusive hotel in Singapore, the Raffles Hotel. A popular tourist spot, this colonial-style hotel is considered one of the most famous hotels in the world, and with good reason. Firstly and sadly, it's where the last surviving wild tiger in Singapore was shot and killed in 1902. But on a brighter note, it's where the Singapore sling was invented. As a result, if you come to Singapore, it is essential that you get rat-arsed in Raffles Long Bar and drink one of the famous Singapore slings. At least, that's what my mum told me how to do. Day 2 here in Singapore begins, and so we decide to check out the amazing views courtesy of the Singapore Flyer. At 165 metres high, it is the largest Ferris wheel ever built, and basically created purely to stick it to us Brits. What's more, if you believe the lies of this museum, the entire Ferris wheel is powered by this one rather irritating CGI mouse. All joking aside, the Singapore Flyer is an astounding accomplishment, and the views from the peak of the wheel are absolutely breathtaking. After the Singapore Flyer, we decided to check out Sim Lim Square, the renowned electronic superstore, which is the mecca of electronic equipment. It's 4 floors of wall-to-wall computers, cameras, phones, iPads, laptops, and just about any other electronic goodie you can think of. If you're looking for a good deal or are an utter tech nerd, Sim Lim Square is a must visit. I mean, check this out. It's Angry Birds on a widescreen TV. If this isn't the future, well, I don't know what is. Night 2 of Singapore would end with a personal highlight of mine, and that is a visit to the Singapore Night Safari. I cannot stress how awesome the Night Safari truly is. But all you need to know is that you will truly get face to face with some of the most amazing, beautiful and stunning creatures, from hyenas to leopards. From the most majestic and fearsome to the smelliest and annoying, it's all here. On our 3rd and final day in Singapore, we decided that a trip here would not be complete without a visit to the Singapore Botanic Gardens. Funded in 1859, the Botanic Gardens host beautiful lawns, gardens, greenhouses, rainforest areas, but without doubt its prized attraction is the Orchid Garden, which really is one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen. The Orchid Garden contains thousands of different breeds of orchids, all of which are on display to visitors to the gardens. Most interestingly, the gardens also host exclusive orchid breeds that have been cultivated for VIP and celebrity visitors to the island. The beauty of this place cannot be contained in this small video, so we'll be launching a separate video soon. Sadly, all good things must come to an end, and it was time to leave Singapore. The sights we saw were amazing, but we have more ahead of us as we board our plane and look forward to our living in Melbourne adventure.